A New York Times article about the Federal Reserve, written for readers with 16 years of education. A 10-year-old wants to understand it. A stroke survivor wants to understand it. An English learner wants to understand it. Someone should rewrite it. Same meaning, simpler grammar, common vocabulary, shorter sentences, text simplification, boring name, huge stakes, accessibility for the roughly 1 billion people worldwide who read below 6th grade level. Welcome to Video 8 of Lecture 9, Text Simplification, the task that lives at the intersection of NLP and accessibility, medical patient information, government forms, legal contracts, educational materials. Anywhere a complex text meets a reader who doesn't have the background to decode it, there's a simplification job to do, and the field has been quietly building tools for it since the 1990s. Video 7 was writing assistance, Grammarly style, fix mistakes. This is different. In simplification, the input is correct. It's just too complex for its audience. So the model isn't fixing errors. It's rewriting. Different words, different sentence structure, same meaning. That is a much harder task than it looks. Today's puzzle. How do you measure whether a rewrite is a good simplification? Same meaning, simpler wording. Both need to hold. The field ended up borrowing from two very different traditions: readability metrics from education research going back to the 1940s, and quality metrics from machine translation. And neither one really works, which is why text simplification is one of the trickier evaluation problems in NLP. Today's 3 beats. First, readability. Flesch-Kincaid, the classic 1940s formulas that estimate what US grade level a text needs. Ubiquitous, imperfect, still shipped in Microsoft Word. Second, the 2 moves of simplification. Lexical, swap hard words for easy ones. Syntactic, split long sentences, restructure clauses, and why doing them at the same time is non-trivial. Third, the Newsela dataset. Xu et al., 2015. The dataset breakthrough that turned simplification into a serious modern NLP task, and where LLMs took it from there. Beat 1. Readability formulas. The oldest are from the 1940s, Rudolf Flesch and Peter Kincaid. Flesch-Kincaid Grade Level. Give it a text. Count the average sentence length, the average number of syllables per word. Plug into a formula. Out comes a US grade level. 3rd grade, 6th grade, 10th grade. Newspapers, textbooks, government agencies all use it. Microsoft Word ships it. It's not perfect, but it is. Everywhere. 2 things wrong with Flesch-Kincaid. 1. It only measures surface features. A text can have short sentences and simple words and still be conceptually dense, unclear, or full of unstated assumptions. 2. It was calibrated on US Navy manuals in the 1940s. The reader distribution has changed a bit since then, but no better replacement has become universal. The field has proposed dozens of formulas. None displaced the old one. The point of readability isn't perfection, it's signal. If you're writing patient instructions and the FKGL says grade 16, you have a problem. You don't need the formula to be right about grade 14 versus 15. You need it to catch the times you drifted from grade 6 to grade 12. As a rough gauge, that works. Beat 2. What simplification actually does. 2 moves, usually applied together. Move 1. Lexical simplification. Swap hard words for easier ones. Utilize becomes use. Prior to becomes before. Approximately becomes about. The classical approach: build a lexicon mapping complex words to simple synonyms. Plug into any sentence. Modern approach: a neural model that learns the swaps from data. Move 2. Syntactic simplification. Split long sentences into short ones. Break complex clauses. Reorder to put the main verb up front. Although the study, which was conducted over 18 months, found no significant effect, becomes L9E8. The study lasted 18 months. It found no significant effect. L9E8. 2 short sentences. Meaning preserved. Much easier to parse mentally. The hard part, you have to do both moves at once without breaking meaning. Swap utilize for use. But if the sentence had utilize as a diagnostic marker, you can't just say use it as a mark. Context matters. This is where classical rule-based simplifiers hit a wall, and where neural models became the answer. Beat 3. Newsela. In 2015, Wei Xu and colleagues released a dataset that changed the field. Newsela is a company that hires professional editors to rewrite news articles at multiple grade levels: grade 12, grade 8, grade 6, grade 4. Same article, 4 versions. Xu's paper aligned every sentence across versions and released a massive parallel corpus of complex to simple sentence pairs. Suddenly, neural simplification had training data at scale. With Newsela in hand, Zhang and Lapata 2017 built DRESS, Deep Reinforcement Sentence Simplification, encoder-decoder trained on Newsela pairs, fine-tuned with a reinforcement learning objective for simplicity, fluency, and meaning preservation. It was the first neural simplifier that produced usable output. Half a dozen benchmarks emerged. Progress continued. Then LLMs happened. Now you can prompt GPT-4 or Claude, rewrite this at a 6th grade level, and get output that beats every specialized simplifier on quality. But, critical caveat, the LLM sometimes rewrites the meaning while claiming to simplify. Medical simplification papers, like Devaraj 2021, flag this repeatedly. A dosage instruction that gets simplified into a wrong dosage is a disaster, so high-stakes simplification still needs verification. Everywhere else, LLMs make simplification cheap enough that we can finally use it at scale. 3 takeaways before the quiz. 1. Flesch-Kincaid Grade Level from 1948 is still the industry standard readability formula: sentence length plus syllables per word. Surface level, imperfect, and everywhere. Useful as a drift alarm. 2. Simplification does 2 moves. Lexical swaps utilize use, and syntactic splits long sentence, multiple short sentences. Both need to happen while preserving meaning. Context makes rules break. Neural models handle it better. 3. Xu's 2015 Newsela corpus gave the field parallel data at multiple grade levels and unlocked neural simplification. DRESS 2017. LLMs now beat everything on quality, except when the meaning is the point, like in medicine. Quiz 1. What surface features does the Flesch-Kincaid Grade Level formula use to estimate reading level? A. The number of unique words in the text. B. Average sentence length in words, and average number of syllables per word. C. The proportion of nouns to verbs. Or D. The number of images embedded in the document. B. Sentence length plus syllables per word. FKGL was calibrated on US Navy manuals in the 1940s. It's imperfect, but ubiquitous. Microsoft Word ships it. Health.gov mandates target grade levels for patient info. Its real value is catching drift, not judging fine-grained reading level. Quiz 2. What are the 2 main moves of text simplification? A translation and summarization. B. Lexical simplification. Swap complex words for simpler synonyms. And syntactic simplification. Split and restructure long sentences, applied while preserving meaning. C. Grammar correction and tone adjustment. Or D. Named entity recognition and coreference resolution. B. Swap hard words lexical and split long clauses syntactic. Doing both without breaking meaning is the hard part. Naive rule-based lexicon swaps break. When context matters, utilize as a diagnostic marker. Can't just become use as a mark, which push the field toward neural models trained on aligned complex simple pairs. Quiz 3. Why did the Newsela corpus, Xu et al. 2015, matter so much for neural text simplification? A. It was the first dataset that included images alongside text. B. It provided the same news articles rewritten by professional editors at multiple grade levels, aligned sentence by sentence, giving the field parallel training data at scale. C. It was designed specifically for machine translation. Or D. It was released before Flesch-Kincaid existed. B. Newsela hires professional editors to rewrite articles at grades 12, 8, 6, and 4. Xu's paper aligned every sentence across versions. Suddenly, neural simplification had aligned complex to simple training pairs, which unlocked Zhang and Lapata's 2017 DRESS system and everything after. Back to the puzzle. How do you grade a simplification? Combine a readability metric like FKGL with a meaning preservation metric like BLU, and add human review. or fine-tune an LLM to do both jobs at once. Neither is perfect. Both are useful. 8 applications down, 2 to go. Next up, one of the most consequential and unforgiving domains in applied NLP medicine. Next time, NLP in medicine, reading clinical notes. ITWAB2 datasets, de-identification, clinical NERYAR, the hard case where language and life and death consequences meet. Hit subscribe.